Welcome back to the last Remnant video walkthrough 100% completion guide. We are moving on through some Oblivion Wings here. I believe we are in Metopian Tier Boreas from last time. And these are just souped up Harpelia. We're going to fight a boss. We're actually going to fight two bosses. There's two bosses left in this zone. There's a Terror Wing, which is similar to the Oblivion Wing. And then there is the big guy here, Demi-god, who is a pain in the ass. But we still have some treasure, some things we need to get. Specifically, Namaji, if we haven't already gotten it, for 4 pages, but we might have gotten that right there at the tail end of the last video. Oh wow, we're not doing so well here. We're not doing super cool.
All right now?
Oh, and that ends Rush's reign of terror. That's alright. That's alright. We'll get ours. Damn. There goes Wingale's group. These guys are really capable of a lot of burst damage. Especially what they did there. He cast a permafrost, a giant ice crystal mountain that you've been seeing since Pages got it 20 videos back. That permafrost is okay damage against a small group, but it's devastating against a 5-person group like Wingale's group. It multiplies whatever damage it does times 5. So when the boss casts it on our Mystic Arts group 5, which we have 5 guys in, it is devastating. Alright, well, we've got them blinking. And I think these are going to consistently be 2-round battles, the Oblivion Wings that we need to kill. You can skip a bunch of them, but this particular race of creature, I've said it before, it's really hard to dodge. Like, it's almost just worth it to fight them to get them out of the way. And we may have dinged 77. If so, grats. We're no longer worried about level anymore. We were at one point in time running a low BR game, and now we are taking it easy while we get our skills up and stuff. But hopefully anybody wanting to do the low BR run would have gotten all the information they needed in those first 50 videos, I guess, till we got to the final Conquer battle. Let's see. We are not going to go down every hallway and in every room. I mentioned these in the last video, that there were Brunhilder in here. Though this is one of these is actually a glorious Brunhilder. I think they're the biggest dragons in the game. Hit points wise, damage wise, non-boss wise. Oh, nice. I'm not sure if this is the first time we've seen the Loboman in a fight. On video, anyway.
Come on, let's kick some ass. You okay?
Jaeger has to kind of... his group has to forego doing any damage in the round that they summon, so it's not always worth it, and in fights like this, it's probably not worth it. They don't do great damage, summons don't, so you really only need them when there's a whole bunch of guys, tough guys, and you need somebody to take a hit. We have 3 summon options in the game, and we have all 3 of them with our first 3 groups. Rush has his Cyclops, Emmy has her Namalnirum, and Jaeger has his... what is this thing? It doesn't matter. He has his summon also. It's equally as nonsensically named. I spend a few videos lately discussing how incorrectly named everything in the game seems to be. I don't know what a Brunhilde is, but I thought it was a... well, it's a comic strip, I think, like in the paper, it used to be or something, yeah, I think Brunhilde might be like a Norse mythology name, or god, or something, goddess, I'm not sure. Maybe somebody who knows can comment or something like that on the video, so we can all learn something here. It can be a video game, and it can be a little Discovery Channel at the same time. If you know what that is, you can enlighten everybody. And when I say everybody, I mean the 3 people who watch the damn video. Ooh. These guys are not as damaging as the Harpilias, but they have a ton of hit points. Actually, I think the technical term is shit ton of hit points. What I'm probably doing with them is splitting my guys between the 2 dragons so that they live as long as possible to do some damage to us. We want damage done to us so that we can heal ourselves. And we are getting some regular heals here. You don't do yourself any favors by stacking up on one and killing it, because that's one less mob that's killing you for the second half of the fight. So the longer you have 2 guys doing damage to you, the better, while you're trying to skill up remedies. Oh, Duke missed again. I guess maybe it's not that he misses, but maybe he's easy to dodge. Yeah, okay. His summon has it does what he does, where he just drives straight through an enemy. Does this lunge right through them, and it's neat that his summon does the exact same move, because they're kind of 2 peas in a pod. They go together. Nice, Duke. Nice. Okay. So the only reason I fought those dragons is because they're there, and we hadn't fought any dragons since we came here, and just nice to show that they're in this zone. If you wanted an alternative from where we had to farm Brunhilde, this is a long way to go to get to a dragon, but it's more guaranteed than where we went before. I mean, I don't know, 30, 40 trips into Mount Vackle to try and get a Brunhilde was crazy. A 50-50 shot like these, I believe they are, is a better way to go. Oh! And these are the Oblivion Wings. They can be captured. I think they have a 30% capture chance. Oh, in these videos, I'm not... when I hunted rares before, I always made sure that when any video you saw of me fighting a rare was me capturing a rare. Like, I threw out the video if I didn't capture the rare, and I reloaded from a save and fought the creature again until he dropped, so I could capture him. In here, I'm not doing that. Here, I'm making the walk through Ancient Ruins seamlessly. I'm not reloading at all. As a matter of fact, I don't think I had to reload once. Except possibly on Demi-god. It's very possible that I died a few times to Demi-god. He's very rough. And I don't really want to talk about him yet until we get to him, because we got another boss before we get to him. There are... let's see, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full zones in the Ancient Ruins. And one... of which we are on number 4, and then one kind of really small zone at the end for the last boss. So we are 4/5 of the way through this area, and we are dodging trash now. We're at the point where if it's not an Oblivion Wing, or you know, not a nice big group of demons, probably won't bother too much with them. Pengu's Bones, yay! Oh, let me talk about that for a second. Pengu's Bones, there's a quest, a guild task to turn in Pengu's Bones. However, in order to get it, we need to have the Eye of Life. Those are really, really nice accessories there. Plus 50% to hit points and plus 5 Pierce. If you have a character who uses Pierce damage on their final weapon, that's something you'll definitely want to pick up. The eardrop there, the other one is a defense item. And it's weird, it may be the only one in the game that's like this, but any combat union will ask for it. Usually it's only requested by 1 or 2 people, if anybody at all. Accessories are, but that particular accessory, it's requested by anybody who uses combat arts, or who is in the combat arts line. You know, when we answer those questions every so often, hey, should I concentrate on combat or mystic? And they're in our combat groups, we'll say, concentrate on combat. Those are the guys who will be asking, who have an opportunity to ask for that eardrop, which is like plus 5 defense and plus 5 resist bash and resist maul or something like that. Anyway, we're going to grab some trash while we're running through here, just because it's... I really, really like fighting these Ankh boulders. They're nice big guys, and they have a good amount of hit points, and I like the skill-ups off of them. They don't do crazy damage, but they do enough... They do consistent amount of damage to keep your guys healing the entire time, if you need them to. And you can almost take them in... Like, you can't get enough of them. You can chain as many of them as you want together, pretty much. 5 or 6 even guys at a time, and you should be able to defeat them at this point. They just do a steady amount of damage, and nothing they do is, oh shit, killed a guy, brought him from full life to dead instantaneously. None of them have anything like that. The greater demons, I have to be a little bit more careful with, because they can get lucky. If you get enough of them in a group in a fight, they can get lucky in a bunch of whirlwind, and then it's you having to do a lot of rezzing. And we don't want to do rezzing if we can do healing. See, this is his big attack here, and it did about 2,000 damage, I guess. Which is perfect for us. That's like a third of our hit points. It's enough to get our heals up. And as you can see by the hit point bars to the left, nothing is really out of control here in this fight. Even though we have just a ton of these Ankh boulders, they're good times. And the fights don't last a crazy long amount of time either. Nice. There's Glynis is finally rocking a nice group heal there. She joined us after the PC Ultimate grind, so she was probably she's probably the lowest character we have as far as where they are in skill ups. And here's what I mean by that. You get Glynis really early, like that Wisdom's Echo quest that we did the PC Ultimate grind with. You have the opportunity to get Glynis really early. So her starting stats are meh, and her starting talents are meh. She doesn't have a whole bunch of weapon arts or anything like right when you get her. Because you get her so early in the game. Some of the guys you get a little later in the game, like Duke Gore or Wingale, have a lot of investment in a lot of things. Even Jaeger, who you get later in the game, came with a lot of stuff. So the guys we brought on after the PC Ultimate grind, they were all they were special characters, which is why I brought them in after the fact. They're special in that they came with something a little bit extra, and Glynis just didn't have that, and so Anytime Glennis does a killing blow or does a group heal that's really nicely does anything, I'm super happy about her. I would have liked to have gotten her in the game as soon as possible, but that damn PC Ultimate grind keeps us from doing that because it's her quest. Anyway, we should probably stop talking about what happened 20 videos ago and start talking about what we're going to be doing in here, other than wrapping up these Ankh boulders. I was talking about something when we got the treasure chest. Which evidently couldn't have been very important because I cannot remember it now. There's a key on this. There's 2 treasure chests on this level. We got one. It had some. Oh, I remember what I was talking about. Pangu's bones. We looted some Pangu's bones. Right. There's a guild task to turn those in. However, we haven't gotten it because there's an eye required for it that we haven't been able to get yet. The last eye that we don't have, we get from killing Demi-god. Which is the big, he's the HNIC of this place here. He runs the show, and he's very, very difficult. On par with some of our later world bosses. And nice, Roberto's on Jewel Steel now, so I guess Emmy already got all the Jewel Steel she needed. Or maybe she was collecting Demon Mains. Yeah, there's no reason to commit to memory who needs what. But yeah, once we start doing our weapon arts, then we'll start taking an active interest in what people need and what people have. Here it looks like I'm just hugging the right wall. I need to get to a room that has a treasure chest in it. I was about to say, I hope I don't hit that, because I, wait a minute. I'm going to do a little, earlier I said I was going to dance with an Ankh boulder, and that's what I did there. I kind of peeled him away from his friends a little bit. I don't mind that he's on me. These guys stay on you a little bit longer than other creatures do. If that Greater Demon Mac truck is just going to stand in our way and block the whole hallway, we'll engage them, no problem. We could always use some demon mains and stuff like that. Anyway, the Eye of Life we get off Demi-god is going to unlock the 2 guild tasks that are not already unlocked. And so I kind of was misleading earlier when I said we got all the ranks, all 5 ranks, and all the eyes for all the guilds. I didn't mention this one because we needed a separate trip to Ancient Ruins just to get it. There's nothing we could have done in those videos to get it.
Didn't expect an attack from the side.
I also was misleading just because I like to lie. You have no idea with what I'm saying about any aspect of this game is true. I could really just be making it all up. Actually, because I'm recording the voiceover after the fact, this could be somebody else running through here, and I could just be guessing what this guy's doing.
Looks like we're up against quite the nonsense.
And I'm sure in some of the voiceovers that's exactly what it sounds like. Because it was done I did it 2 or 3 months ago, and I was like, oh, what was I thinking here? Oh, right. Okay, so Greater Demons, we've fought our fair share of them, and we will be fighting more later on. Just because Demon Mains are pretty popular. It's the style that's in right now for our Final 18's weapon upgrades. A lot of them will be needing Demon Main. Not as many that will be needing Jewel Steel. That's the money ingredient that the Ankh boulders drop. And so we kind of split up on these guys too, just to keep them alive long enough to do some damage. Nice. Irina's already maxed out her group heal. She's at the Revitalize 5. Oh, I can talk a little bit about that, I guess. When your characters get the 4th or 5th rank, or whatever rank they get as they upgrade it, of whatever ability they're using, mystic arts or combat arts, they will only use the highest rank they have. So once they get 5s across the board, they'll only ever use 5s. So as the rank upgrades, they don't use lower versions of it. And what upgrades in those ranks do, other than increase the effect of whatever is doing, like her group heal is now heals for more, but it also costs less action points, which is a nice thing. So having the higher tiered abilities will let you cast them faster. Okay, so this is a special room here. It's got 2 Oblivion Wings. One of them's going to gank us. Unless we can... Oh, we just got it off before she got there. There's just one of them in this group, so not too threatening. We're going to probably do this in 3 different fights if we can. And I suggest the same. You could probably take the 2 Oblivion Wings and then do the Terror Wing separately if you want. However, it's hard to chain them together because they're not nice. They do that stun shit that this one just did, and then they try and gank you after your stuns. And I think that dragons do something similar to that too. They breathe some smoke on you or something as you're walking by, and then they just slowly creep up on you. Okay, and these Oblivion Wings will deal some good damage here, so we're going to get plenty of opportunities to get our heals up. But we're going to quickly go here soon from trying to get the skill ups to just trying to survive the fucking fights. They're going to get rough. When I fought this the first time through the game, I was at a different BR. I mean, I was way up. I was 100 and some BR, and I think most people are when they come here, but because we started with a low BR run, we're probably getting here a lot early, or clearing it, at least being able to clear it a lot earlier than most others will, and that's fine. Just go at your own pace, I'd say, but I wasn't expecting the difficulty scale to go up so fast, because the other bosses we've fought here so far have been pretty ass. I mean, we've killed them very quickly. We've dealt with all of them with little trouble. Well, with the first 2 anyway. And even the Terror Wing, even the Terror Wing is going to be a relatively quick fight. Ding! 78. Grats. It would be so nice if you got something when you leveled up. You know what I mean? Like some skill went up or something when you leveled up, but it's completely arbitrary. We got the Oblivion Wing, and let's see, we got another Oblivion Wing, and then the Terror Wing right there. So I'm going to do the Terror Wing separate from the other Oblivion Wing. And you probably do just fine treating this boss, though it is a floor boss, just like the first 2 we did. Treating this one just like the Oblivion Wings, because they're very similar. They're not pulling anything special here. They are, let's see, 350,000 hit points, which is pretty low. It's on the low scale. The first 2 bosses that we fought were higher level. Well, let's see, the Holy Servant and Ymir are the 2 I'm talking about. I think they both had almost twice that hit points.
Seems our opponents are strong, as I hoped.
Terror Wing. Terror Wing, Terror Wing. It looks like we're on... Are we on the 5th floor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... We are on the 5th floor. I apologize. At some point in time, and maybe it was just at the very end of the last video, and that's why I didn't notice it. Okay. So, yeah, as you've seen, we are being enthralled by this creature. And you might be thinking, but Bo, you just said you do the same thing as the Oblivion Wings. This just is reinforcing what I said earlier, is that I'm a liar. And the strategy is the exact same as the Oblivion Wing. And although it's hard to say any strategy at all when you're just fighting one creature, you don't have any options. You can't look at anybody else and choose, or look at other enemy unions and choose a different setup. The boss here might be able to help. I'm sorry, not boss, but the summon. Like, we used it for the fiery gates. We used it for the gates of hell. Those are both bosses that marionette you, and or enthrall. Sorry. This enthrall is nowhere near as annoying as the other one. So we are blessed in that, because we've killed the fiery gates and the gates of hell, we are well versed in being marionetted and how to deal with it. And in all of those fights, and this one also, we've had a summon up to take the marionette occasionally. And all that means is, if the summon dies, which is common, and it gets marionetted, we don't have to worry about killing the summon as quickly because it doesn't do much damage. Like, even here at the end game, it's doing 4,000 damage, which is embarrassing for a group. And with 350,000 hit points, she's already blinking. Some of this fight is coming back to me. It's fast. The fight is fast. And so, I know I've lost to this creature before, Terror Wing, but I lost fast. Like, my group was, all my unions were taken over, or I couldn't get everybody rezzed, or something like that, but it happened quick. And it doesn't take but so many rounds to kill her. I think, how many rounds was that? 3 rounds to kill her? 3 rounds and it was over. There's an Oblivion Wing there. I think I'm going to try and be slick. And get out of here. We need this chest. This is going to have the Chronos key in it. And this is going to allow us to go, and also killing the boss, is going to allow us to go to the next zone. However, they they make it interesting by not having the next zone directly behind the boss. You do have to travel, and there's no, once again, those joining us late, there's no mini-map, there's no actual map that you can look at to help you through this zone while you're here. You have to kind of have one from online. Okay, so we'll come back to this room where I did circles because I needed the key. Okay, and we got the key, so we can go to the Chronos tier, which is the final area, which is just a room. Is basically all it is. There's a hallway and a room, and a hallway behind it. And this is where we are going to fight the boss, the big boss, Mr. Big Boss. And you'd think he'd be in the big room. Ta-da! Now, doesn't he look familiar? He should look familiar. We fought the Fallen, which is the same model, and it's a lot more than the same model. It's almost the same fight, except this guy has 1,200,000 hit points. So yeah, it might be best to get a summon in here early. This is the Fallen fight, basically, with a guy with a whole bunch more hit points. And in your favor is there's no limited number of turns. Like for the Fallen, you had 10 turns. We've seen this guy again when he's called the Lost, and I remember, if you remember, we were farming rares, and we killed red tiers, and then Lost showed up and blocked the way. That was in Southwest Road. Same graphic. That guy is harder than this guy, and if only because he has to be killed in 5 turns. We are not going to be able to kill this guy in 5 turns, that's for damn sure. And he enthralled, which is a little disconcerting. Because we were just enthralled a moment ago, and I like to keep my enthralls at least 5 minutes apart, but apparently that's one of his... He's got a huge bag of tricks. There's a long list of things he can do, which is in your favor, and which is in your favor for the Fallen, which is in your favor for the Lost, and for the Demigod. Because they have a long list of things they can do, and not all of them suck horribly, you have a chance, if you died instantaneously to them, you have a chance of... oh no, our marinated group went nuts, so let's kill them. Get them rezzed. You don't suck after all. Yeah, with people with bosses with a wide variety of abilities like these guys, if you were decimated by them once, it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll get decimated by them every time. Maybe the second or third fight he rolls badly and he just buffs himself or debuffs you, or does something else instead of point his finger at you and cause your heart to explode out of your chest like wow. And even that only did 1,400 damage, but they definitely look a lot tougher. I mean, they're tough. This is a tough fight. I can't say with all certainty that I got him on the first shot. We're getting debilitated. It's nice to have a well-rounded group. I'm glad we have cure guys. I'm glad we have res guys. I'm glad we have a lot of healers. That way, no matter what he's throwing at us, we should be able to offset it. And with Zulian having a chance of casting his Kachixia, he can stop shit like that from happening, where everybody gets hit. This guy, it's unfair. He gets extra turns, but it's not a timed fight, so you don't have to go for broke with all fighting all the time, and heal as little as possible, and just try and kill him in time. This guy's got way too many hit points to ignore the damage he's doing. Like, we'll never kill him before he kills us. That's just a nonsensical thought. So if we can try and find some kind of groove here, where even if we just send a few guys in and have enough of them healing, that'll help out greatly. Choosing attacks like strike from the sides and hit him from behind will help with that also. It will prevent him from retaliating on the group that's attacking him. And there he didn't do anything at the end of turn. We got lucky. That turn was nothing. Nada. So that was just a lucky roll there. Strike from the sides is definitely a solid bet. If you've got it. The regular attacks, he may retaliate on you. And we're keeping the summon alive. We're gonna need to work extra hard on keeping our morale up, which means we don't want people to die. If we can get our morale up, we can get some much needed abilities to do enough damage to bring them down faster. Let me talk about the Lost, though it's after this, and it's rated barely a tougher fight than this. Lost has less hit points than this guy, but you got to kill him in 5 rounds, and so right now that's 5 rounds. So if we hadn't killed him, i.e. he's not even blinking right now, if we hadn't killed him, then he would just end it and kill everybody, and that'd be it. It'd be over. You'd lose the fight. You'd have to reload. And so if we were fighting the Lost right now, that's a little bit how it would work out. So we'll definitely need all our weapons leveled up before we go after him. Demigod, I've kind of missed something. I was kind of joking around and not paying a whole lot of attention to Terror Wing like I should have. I probably should have said more about that fight. But let me at least say something about the capturing of Terror Wing. When you capture her, you can combine with I think 20 blueprint 4s, and you will get an Imperator's Pendant, which is another Imperator's accessory. This time it's 15% to speed. I think the other two were strength and intelligence, but this is one 15% to speed. It makes you immune to Petrify, which is a curse that is often cast. And that might be the one that turns you black and white. I'm not 100% sure. It is a neat it's a neat accessory if you specifically want your guy to go as fast as possible in the rotation. You want to try and control when he goes in the fight, and you want his speed way up. It's a nice pendant. It's nowhere near as nice as the first two. I don't know why. I don't know why they kind of gave you the quality of the pendants in reverse order, but or accessories in reverse order. But yeah, no big deal. Okay, we do hit a groove with this, unlike, what were we fighting? That was such a tremendous pain in the ass before. We did the Jana Royals. And then we did the idols. That's right, the fiery, icy idols and all that. And that fight was very long, and it was very painful. Blam. Oh, we got our chains up to 150 here, by the way, which is shy of getting any kind of talent boost, but we were close, and it just goes to show you that if you did kill everything in all these zones, you could get your chain high enough to really get some good skill ups. If I've heard of people wanting to get their BR up, not thinking that it'll improve their stats, because it won't. Just getting your BR up won't make you any stronger in and of itself. But like, if you wanted to get to BR 80 to recruit somebody that you have to be BR 80 to recruit, or to get up in order to get a certain skill from somebody, this zone is a great zone for getting that skill up. For getting that those levels up. They just give an unbelievable number of hit points, and if you take them one at a time, shoot, you can come in here. Like, we could have come in here a long time ago if we weren't concerned with our BR.
Strong one, huh?
God, what do you think you're doing?
Lob Omen. That's what I can't believe I couldn't remember Lob Omen's name after all the quests and everything to get him. Okay. We're gonna have to rally it up here. Oh yeah, I am kind of getting the groove here. I cut myself off from earlier. I was saying we were getting in the groove here of healing, keeping a guy res, and keeping guys going in there and doing damage. He hasn't. I mean, he's doing battlefield clearing abilities, but we've out hit pointed him a little bit. We've got more hit points than I think is expected in the fight, so they're not doing that much damage, or relatively speaking, for a world boss. They're not doing a superior amount of damage. Unlike the idols, where we could never get in a groove, we were constantly just trying to stay alive the entire time, and killing the boss was incidental. The divine idol was incidental. I mean, it's you're really struggling when you're just trying to stay alive, and suddenly the boss dies, and you're like, oh, thank God, I didn't even know. I didn't even know we were close. Blam. Yeah, that's probably his favorite ability, where he just points at somebody and Causes their lung to shoot out of their mouth.
That's a strong one.
God bless La Bowman. He's doing damage, but it's not much. It's really, really low. Hopefully we'll get some casted enough remedies here to get some nice skill ups at the end. It'd be nice to get somebody else with res or somebody else with a group heal who doesn't have a group heal. Demigod, let's see, what did I talk about? He drops the Eye of Life. He also drops the Twilight of the Gods, which is what the Fallen dropped. But, and this is kind of important, I guess. He will only drop a Twilight of the Gods if you don't have one in your inventory already. So you could, if you used your Twilight of Gods from the Fallen to create a weapon, a badass weapon, like, say, Valeria Heart or something, then when you come in here to kill Demigod, I think he'll drop it and replenish it. Like, I don't think you can ever have 2 Twilight of the Gods in one playthrough. I think you can carry one over and get one off the next Fallen in a new game plus. But Demigod will never give it up unless you don't have any on you. We still have one on us. We've not used it. So we're going to get probably 50,000 gold off this guy and a Twilight of the Gods. And the Eye of Life. Nice. Gal upgrades his weapon art.
May the God Emperor bless you.
Blam! Boston got group heal, finally. Finally.
I've gotten a little stronger.
This is of no concern to you.
Cademan is still working on single target. He needs to get a group heal.
Only in death.
He might be our last straggler who needs a group heal. So we got 50,000 gold, the Eye of Life, which we talked about earlier, last eye in the game. And we didn't get a Twilight of the Gods, but if we had already used ours, we would have gotten one there. I don't... there is something that they've done here a few times, and I haven't really complained about it, but I don't really like it. I'm not a big fan of items that don't do anything. Like the potion at the end of the Alchemist quest, or the Assistant quest. Or this here, Treasure of Divinity, which does absolutely nothing. It's like a brag gift or something. Like, you carry it around in your inventory forever, but all it says is that you've completely cleared the ancient runes. I don't know that it's actually used like for a flag. You bring it into a new game plus, but I don't think anybody cares in a new game plus that you've cleared. There's no benefit to it, and so I'd rather just not have the item or have something else there. Hoopty, something. Change Rush's outfit again. Okay, we're going to the world map, and you're probably guessing what we're doing here. Of the guild tasks that we've done, we left a few of them undone. The weapon arts for sure. I'm sorry, not the weapon arts. Weapon upgrade, weapon creation ones. Weapon master. We still have left, and we'll be doing those in a few videos. But the other ones were to kill or collect items from here, and to kill them. So 2 Pangu's bones for the Eye of Life required to get this. That gives us some jewel steel. A nice odd glaive there. Hopefully somebody will pick that up. Weapon Master and the 2 world bosses here. So we're done here. And we should be, at the end of this video, done with everything except Weapon Master and world bosses. Alright, Blockter's wanting to fight. Evidently, somehow, he upgraded his weapon. And so did Torgal. Torgal got enough Demon Mane, I guess, to upgrade his weapons, and that's fine. That's awesome. I'm a huge fan of Torgal upgrading his 4 weapons. Okay, so we're going to the second guild here, Sword of the Three Realms. We got War Dragon Bones, Scorpion. And that does it for here. There's War Dragon Bones? We may have. We may have gotten them while we were doing other guild tasks. Or we may have gotten them in the Ancient Runes. off of the Glorious Brunhilde or something like that. I didn't look to see. But the wiki's got all that information for all the items you need. Exactly who drops War Dragon Bones. I don't care now because it's done. And we're going to go into the last guild here, and we're wrapping up a bunch here. We killed Ymir, which was a Monster Slayer achievement for cash and blueprints. Porcelain Chain Formation. Then Terror Wing, which is cash and blueprints. Nice cash and blueprints. Holy Servant. 4 nice cash and blueprints. And Demi-god. Blam. Hourglass Formation. Grand Rock Crater Tail for Daily Spirit Lord. And a Death Cornea off of, I think those are off the Observers. Cash and Blueprints. And a Daily Landworm. Ankh Boulders 21. We definitely got those. And nice, that gives us a weapon. Oh, wow. And a couple Legendary Platters if you didn't already get that one. Now we just have Weapon Master and, wow, 150 chests, I think, is still lingering in one of these guilds. Maybe it is that one. But that's going to do it. We're done with the Ancient Ruins. We'll see you in the next video.